This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information and to find out how you can volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read and recorded by Betsy Bush. Marquette, Michigan, March 2006. The Getting of Wisdom by Henry Handel Richardson. Chapter 4. The elderly lady was Laura's godmother. She lived at Prahran, and it was at her house that Laura would sometimes spend a monthly holiday. Godmother was good to them all in a brusque, sharp-tongued fashion, but Pin was her especial favorite, and she made no secret of it. Her companion on the platform was a cousin of Laura's, of at least twice Laura's age, who invariably struck awe into the children by her loud and ironic manner of speech. She was an independent, manly person, in spite of her plump roundness. She lived by herself in lodgings, and earned her own living as a clerk in an office. The first greetings over, Godmother's attention was entirely taken up by Laura's box. After this had been picked out from among the other luggage, grave doubts were expressed whether it could be got onto the back seat of the pony carriage, to which it was conveyed by a porter and the boy. Laura stood shyly by and waited, while Cousin Grace kept up the conversation by putting abrupt and embarrassing questions. "How's your ma?" she demanded rather than asked, in the slangy and jocular tone she employed. "I guess she'll be thanking her stars she's got rid of you." At which Laura smiled uncertainly, not being sure whether Cousin Grace spoke in jest or earnest. "I suppose you think no end of yourself going to boarding school," continued the latter. "Oh, no, not at all," protested Laura with due modesty. And as both at question and answer, Cousin Grace laughed boisterously. Laura was glad to hear Godmother calling, "Come, jump in, the ponies won't stand." Godmother was driving herself, a low basket carriage harnessed to two buff-colored ponies. Laura sat with her back to them. Godmother flapped the reins and said, "Get up," but she was still fretted about the box, which was being held on behind by the boy. An inch larger, she asserted, and it would have had to be left behind. Laura eyed its battered sides uneasily. Godmother might remember, she thought, that it contained her whole wardrobe, and she wondered how many of Godmother's own ample gowns could be compressed into so small a space. "All my clothes are inside," she explained, "that I shall need for months." "Ah, I expect you're